Welcome aboard Trinbago Air. This is your captain speaking. Air traffic control has promised clearance for takeoff in a few minutes, and shortly thereafter, we will be heading across the Atlantic, taking you on a journey through two very different and diverse islands in the Caribbean. Estimated flying time today should be approximately 15 minutes, and our cabin crew will do everything possible to make your trip enjoyable. Right now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this flight with us. Thank you.
As with any siblings, the sister isles of Trinidad and Tobago share many obvious similarities, and yet can be startlingly different. The most southerly of the island nations of the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago lies just 7 miles off the coast of South America and a mere 10 degrees above the equator. This geographic location at the gateway to the Americas is key to our diversity. With a population of 1.3 million people whose ancestry gives a wonderful insight into our history, Trinidad and Tobago is easily accessible from both North America and Europe, with several major international carriers providing connections to the wider world. A vibrant commercial economy based mainly on oil, gas and industry, Trinidad is the economic heart of the Caribbean, and Port of Spain is its hub. Befitting its status, our capital is a major center for international conferences, including the Summit of the Americas and the Commonwealth Heads of Government. To this end, the city has been transformed with many new hotels, such as the Hyatt Regency and the Carlton Savannah, bringing their international quality to boost room stock in this, the meeting center of the Southern Caribbean. With the metropolitan nature of Port of Spain, it is no wonder that the city plays as hard as it works. We call it liming. Anything more than you is a lime, and fun is the name of the game. Be it bar hopping in St. James, clubbing around the city, or sitting in a cocktail lounge making new friends, Port of Spain has something for everyone, and the lime is always guaranteed. As busy as Port of Spain is, there are ample opportunities for rest and relaxation. The Queen's Park Savannah is the lungs of the city, the place where the city relaxes itself, and the home to the greatest show on earth, Trinidad Carnival. Trinidad's most defining cultural export, Carnival, is a festival that combines music, costuming, beauty, appeal and history in a manic celebration that seems to last forever. It is a time of sleep deprivation, partying, liming, and for the more intrepid, joining in one of the world's most amazing street festivals. Following weeks of parties and concerts, people take to the streets from the pre-dawn of Monday, and the street party doesn't stop until midnight on Tuesday.
Calypso, my rhythmic music. Calypso.
Carnival is also the natural fit for calypso, the satirical social commentary that acts as the conscience of society, and its modern brother soca, whose infectious beat dares you to keep still. Watching soca artists take crowds to a higher level is one of the most amazing sights to behold. Trinidad is so much more than Port of Spain, though. A drive out of the city allows you the opportunity to fully embrace the culture, variety and natural wonders of the island. The rugged beauty of the North Coast is tempered by the serenity of a day down the islands off the West Coast that act like stepping stones to South America. The majesty of the scarlet ibis coming home to roost is as serene an experience as visiting the temple in the sea or the Hanuman Murti. Diwali, the festival of light, is as national a festival as Carnival is. And the story of Lord Rama is told every year in the largest Ram Leela celebrations outside of India. Watching the yachts at anchor in the Caribbean's safest natural harbour is also serene and an indication of the diversity of the economy, as berthing and outhaul services have become quite important to the economy. Once part of the South American main, Trinidad's wildlife reflects this. Deer and other small mammals share the bush with the greatest variety of birds in the Caribbean. And in the quiet of the coastal wetlands of the East Coast, the nearly extinct West Indian manatee, the origin of the mermaid myth, sings its siren sound of survival. The howler monkeys add to nature's cacophony, and the riot of floral color just lends to the majesty you behold. Each year between March and September, a very special, very poignant ritual plays itself out on the shores of the islands. It is where man comes face to face with dinosaurs when the sea turtles come ashore to nest. Remote seaside communities on Trinidad's east coast bear witness to this affirmation of life, as do some beaches on the Caribbean coast of Tobago. Turtles are just one of the wonders that the islands share, along with the hospitality of people and nature's beauty. Much sought after throughout its history, Tobago stands in counterpoint to Trinidad. Laid back in contrast to Trinidad's frantic energy, it is home to the oldest national park in the Western Hemisphere and a place that invites you to slow down and embrace the beauty of the Caribbean. The world's premier ecotourism destination, as awarded by the World Travel Awards, Tobago is the capital of paradise. Clean, green, serene. It is the Caribbean the way it used to be. Run the sand through your toes on Englishman's Bay. Have lunch in a tree in Speyside. Or dive into the culture and fellowship in any of the fishing villages that dot the coast. As beautiful as Tobago is above water, nothing compares to what lies beneath the waves. One of the Caribbean's premier dive destinations, Tobago astounds with the beauty and magnificence of its reefs. From the walls at Bucco and Mount Irvin, to the adventure diving on the North Coast and the gaudy splendor of marine life, it's a joy to behold. On the surface, Tobago engages visitors with its beauty. A trip to the Argyle waterfalls is worth a day's visit, as is trying to solve the riddle of the mystery tombstone, or exploring the island's history through its forts and place names. Tobago is home to over 6,000 species of plants and animals, including one of the highest densities of bird species in the world. Over 200 species on just 116 square miles. As good as a lime as Trinidad, Tobago seduces you with something at every turn. Sunday school. A Tobago institution is the mother of all block parties. And seasonal fetes and parties give a little oomph to the otherwise laid-back nature of the island. The Tobago Heritage Festival shows that local culture is not just spoken about, but is in fact a lived experience. Visitors from around the world guarantee that while Tobago may still be one of the cheapest places to eat out in the Caribbean, the menus reflect not Tobago's history, but the palates of its visitors. Every year, the Tobago Jazz Festival offers visitors and locals alike the opportunity to dance the nights away to the music and sounds of some of the world's greatest entertainers. Recent headliners have included Sting, Diana Ross, Shakira, to name a few. After all is said though, Tobago remains an island of relaxation, a place to get away, to leave the problems of the real world behind. A short ferry ride or an even shorter internal flight will bring you back to the hustle and bustle of Trinidad. But until then, you can sit on a beach, secure in the knowledge that as time passes, so too will your worries. There is so much to see and do in Trinidad and Tobago, so we won't spoil it for you. Come visit, fall in love with us, and stay a while. Your invitation is open.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our descent into Trinidad and Tobago. We hope you enjoyed your flight with us, and thank you for choosing Trinbago Air. We look forward to seeing you again next year. Flight attendants, prepare for landing.